All right, guys, this is our chance for redemption. I think the last time we played Rooster, it didn't go so well. Um, maybe we didn't click link. Maybe we click link. We did click link, and we went for we went for the wasp, but somehow we just kind of we made a mistake. But man, we've been practicing this so much that we've kind of got the build even more optimized. Unfortunately, we have absolute garbage specialists. Absolute garbage specialists here. Kind of just want to resign because I don't have a good specialist, but we have to figure something out here. So go for this. Probably just try to cheese a tower. Something. So we can't go for our tanks right away. We'll just go for the bangs. Yeah, something like this. Put another one here later. It's not necessarily, this is not even necessarily now for the missiles anymore because of the link play. I think I'll just put this here conservatively here. There's no point in trying to cheese it for no reason. Just put it here, I guess. Okay. Such a crappy specialist. No, I love the specialist, right? I just don't love my pack. But at least we got crawlers, right? Could have gotten void eyes. So from a scale of 1 to 10, this is probably like a 3 or something. You know, it could be still could be worse. But there's no excuse here. You know, we still get at 3 tanks out on this round. And you know, that's just the way we roll. We play tanks regardless. We're gonna float the money. We don't even care. See, thing is, Rooster, he's been playing. He plays, you know, 100 different strategies, 50 strategies. We only play this one strategy. So usually if you make him play our game, we'll have an advantage, and that's the whole point of what we do. We cannot beat him in the worm wasp comp that he invented, right? And I wonder how good that comp is, because, you know, in some of the videos that I watched from him, it took him like 12 rounds, and, you know, he was like one bar away from death. If you have a super crazy good comp, you win by round 5 every game. Like if you have the HE factory, right? I don't like comps where, you know, it's close, you know, we're almost losing every game. So I want comps that just, you know, stomp every single game. And the current comp is this Linked Sledge. So let's prove it. Let's prove it here, right? We're not doing great right now because we're still getting set up. Marksman is probably what we need. Let's go for the marksman. At least we get that. The marksman is like, getting the marksman is kind of huge. Like from 0 to 10, that's almost like a 10. We start selling. 3 more tanks. And he should know what's coming. He should know what's coming. I could probably even put the tank here just to make sure when it gets link, he can't kill it anymore. I could even do this just to be super annoying. And then I'll still have a link here. Now, if he goes on this way, I'm gonna be a little bit screwed, but still, I'm probably not too worried about that. Maybe I should put this here, just so I can complete the link easier later. Scorpion time. Okay, so now with the Scorpion, now it's no longer about Linked Sledges. Once you see the Scorpion, you transition. So the transition in this case is probably Wasp because he already has like 4 kind of like anti Phantom Ray unit, but yeah. Now we don't go into Linked Sledge anymore. So it's just as simple as that, you know. But we don't. If we know we lost the sledge game, then you know we don't go into it. Right? We have a build for every single possible scenario. In this scenario, we've been seeing quite a bit. Right? It doesn't mean anything. It just means that we abandoned the strategy. Elite Wasp is interesting. That's 400. I don't know if we can afford 400, but it does like what times 9 times 3 damage. It's kind of significant, but it's too easily counterable though. Probably go for the orbital here, just so I can just, you know, knock him out a little bit. I'll probably start selling my my sledges. Maybe maybe I'll leave this here for temporarily. You know, I'll just start selling my sledges here. Now I wonder, do I try to go into Phantom Ray, despite him already having all these things? Now I think I go into the Wasp as we initially have determined. And what kind of Wasp is it going to be? It's going to be ground spec Wasp, I feel. Right? Ground spec Wasp. It's exactly what we did before to him. And we're doing the exact same thing. Could click speed. Okay, got him to waste all his deploys on rhinos, which we will deal with pretty easily. And we're gonna at least win by our wasps here. The question is, do we just go Phantom Rays next, or do we keep going Wasp? That's always the question that's not clear to me. We definitely start selling now the tanks. For him, he's gonna go Mustang, right? So if it goes Mustang, I have to go into like I have to go into Phantom Race, right? You're not gonna be able to win with Mustangs in the long run here. So do I just go level 3 Phantom Race first? But it's kind of, I kind of need to borrow though. That's not good. I might just not upgrade everything. Might just go straight into level 3 Phantom Race, level 2 Phantom Race. If I were to borrow, what can I get? Go oil, but I don't play oil anymore. I don't play cheese. I play I wouldn't want to play armor here. Armor first, so I'll borrow armor first, and then I'll just upgrade one of these guys. Getting a lot of people that thinks that Rooster's gonna win is a little concerning to see that, you know. Okay, perfectly countered, of course. Trying to stay one step ahead of him at all times. If we can win this, I'm gonna be pretty happy here because we're playing from a huge disadvantage. But he didn't. Did he invest more into scorpions or no? He only built a single scorpion. Okay, we lose the tower. That's not good. But we also have his tower on the other hand. But it's a very bad tower debuff. So this is not good. I mean, the blind counter, that should have really kind of worked, but it didn't work. So now we got it. Now we just keep doubling down. We'll go shield, and we'll just continue to sell these things. So can we afford shield? We're gonna have to borrow every single round now. 3 more Phantom Rays, and we're just back to Phantom Ray spam. That's it. That's all we're doing. We're just going Phantom Ray spam. Let's, how come this did so little? That's what I'm worried about. How come this did so little? Think I still upgrade, or do I go for like the armor? Probably just go for the armor, given how much we've invested. And now we're kind of screwed. He's playing, he's one step ahead of us, and now I feel like we've been outplayed. Just showing me the wasp, the scorpion, was enough for us to start selling the tanks. And I think he played it well. He didn't go into 3 scorpions. I think the problem for us was he had to build the rhinos, which he sold out of. I wonder if we could still go into Link with just 1 scorpion on the ground, because we should be able to like pretty much kill everything. But I don't know. Now with the AA level 2, you know, this is not what you want to see for sure. And perhaps the strategy isn't as good as we expected it to be. Where did things fall apart for us? How come we're losing so badly? I thought we're playing, you know, quite well here. Wraith, we're gonna go for the cell, no matter what. There's no need for fire. 600, so this is 450, this is 500. Wait, so definitely sell this for 500, right? Yep. Do I just go into Link now? Feel like it. Kinda not what you expect, but you know, I don't know what else you know I should do here. Could go into an oil. Go into temp range, get an upgrade on this, get an upgrade on this. Yeah, we're kind of screwed here. We don't have the AA that we need. I mean, we could go into AA wasps, but how can you beat this? You know, he's got all the stuff that's going to be in front. There's nothing we can do that can actually beat this. Feel already defeated here. Just go temp range here. Healing Wraith, that's interesting. I've always went armor on the Wraith, but I guess Healing Wraith is kind of good here. But it will die to the Phantom Ray though, I think. Maybe we kill enough of his stuff that our ground army is kind of like, you know, maybe we kill enough, then he can't kill our ground army? Nope. He can kill our ground army. And that's gonna be game. How come we messed this up so badly? I kind of feel like we played this good, but should we have went into Linked anyways after seeing the Scorpion? Alright, let's take a look and identify our mistakes. So, the Wasp, was that the first mistake? Probably not. Probably not. You know, 1,000 damage, probably not the worst mistake. Right? It was a small investment. Goes into Mustangs, we go into our Phantom Rays. We actually lose, which is not good. Maybe maybe we didn't need level 1. Maybe level 1 was all we needed, right? How much damage does this do? You make a 2-shot. The question is, do you ever go armor? Do you ever just go like shield first and like level 1 Phantom Rays and then just keep like, or do you just keep like, can you just force Pure Wasp here? I'm thinking forcing Pure Wasp isn't the greatest solution, but let's try it here. We lose this round with the Phantom Ray, which was unexpected. I felt like that was going to work for sure. But I think one thing you have to keep in mind is you need range if you go Phantom Ray. If you try to get tanking with the Phantom Ray, you need range. And all of a sudden you don't have any money. So if I go for this, I sell this. Go for this. I have range now, and you know, I'm behind 150. Maybe the Wasps need to be a little bit more forward, right? So let's try this. I'll just click the armor, click the speed, see what happens. Oops, I clicked the aerial spec. I need to go and redo that. So I'll go range, which is more expensive. Go for Phantom Rays, level 1. Need a cell. Go for the armor and temp speed. Maybe a missile, but probably just temp speed. And this will block here. Maybe this will split up and they'll block into here. So I'll have something here and there. Phantom Rays kind of just get one shot by the marksman. That's the problem. That's the problem with the Phantom Ray. Here you're doing good because there's no marksman. But we actually cleaned this up. So I'm surprised here. It's the range that we need if you want to use Phantom Rays to block. Just feels like such an unnecessary expense, but it is necessary. What if we just go pure, pure Wasp here? Go for range. And we'll get another Wasp. Your range is going to be pretty garbage. I mean, it's 90 versus, it's going to be 140, right? On the Mustang. So surely you're going to lose that fight at some point. Surely. Go for temp range. Is this better, or is it better to go for the Phantom Ray, even though there's marksman already that could one-shot them? It's a pretty interesting question. Generally speaking, it's not bad to go for a unit that has a single attack on it. Okay. Never mind. No need for Phantom Ray. You could do Phantom Ray next round, right? If you think that he's going to click this aerial spec, you can go Phantom Ray next round. Level 2 Phantom Ray with armor, start building that up. So that's the mistake that we should have went for. Okay, so Phantom Ray a little bit too early and no range. Too much of an investment into the Phantom Ray. We didn't need level 2. See, everything here is, you can win this matchup. It's just that you have to do everything perfectly. And we messed it up by going for the higher level of Phantom Ray. I thought it was being smart. Get better value. Go for the armor. We lose again 1,000 for going for the armor more Phantom Rays. I think. Let's see if we could turn this around. Like, let's say we go. He goes for what here? He goes for AA Wasp, right? So the AA Wasp is the nail in the coffin. I don't think there's much you can do to counter that. So I think you just have to invest more into your own Wasp now. But his Wasp are kind of sitting pretty far behind. They're sitting really pretty. Go for range, knowing exactly what he's gonna do. I mean, I can only go for 3 more Wasp. Can't even go for aerial spec. I don't want aerial spec right now. You probably want 3 more Wasp. So let's just see what happens here. And I think, like, let's say we did what we did before. We, got the range last round. And then he goes aerial spec this round. Then you go triple Wasp. Then you try to beat his Wasp. Because his Wasp only double tech. I think. I mean, he still has these tanky units on the ground that he's not upgrading on purpose. You can only just try to overwhelm him. Let's see if this actually works. No, it doesn't. We win one side. That's already pretty good. It's not enough though. And we lose by what? Close, 1,000. So same loss. Do you go like? I think you need range. You need like. What if we just matched him with the techs? Seems really bad though, but what if we matched him with the techs? Is that going to be enough? And do you want to go speed? Probably not speed because you want his Wasp to come forward more. I just throw down like a. I'm not gonna do anything here. I'll upgrade this. Surely this isn't gonna work. Triple attack wasp. Is that really the solution here? The more we lose, the more we learn here. And I don't... Okay, the wasps are killing the wasps, kind of. They are not here, because there's too much stuff on the ground. But we're kind of winning, okay. We're kind of winning we're kind of winning the fight here. I don't think we're gonna win here, but it's surprisingly close. Like, it's still 1,000 damage. It's actually less. Only 570. So already we know that that's better. Okay, so question is, I guess you need the range, right? Like, would you ever just go this and something else instead? Like, would you ever just do that? And let's say we sell this. I kind of feel like, I don't know, isn't it better to go pure? I don't think you want to go pure Phantom Ray because, you know, the A Wasp will wreck it. Is it better to go pure Wasp? You just go quad tech and just try to win the game with pure Wasp because you can at least go A Wasp. So we're gonna just try to see what happens if we skip the change range for energy shield. I don't think it's gonna do anything, but let's just try it. And then I'll try, instead of aerial spec, I'll try energy shield, just to see what is the combination I need here. And we'll try to add that to our memory bank. Doesn't look as good. It looks like we're losing by a lot more here. This is going to be more than 1,000. Yep. So let's try it with range. Yeah, we already tried range. So yeah, like range in this. These two techs. Because if you think about it, the aerial spec, you may never even get to, you know, you're busy fighting the ground. Why even worry about the aerial spec, right? So busy fighting stuff on the ground, and we don't even have money for the second upgrade. It's kind of a problem. Unless you want to sell Phantom Ray. Which is not out of the question, I suppose. Right? It's not out of the question. Okay, let's see what happens. So the only tech we don't have is aerial spec. The shield is obviously good. It, you know, increases the durability. 600 damage is, you know, it's not nothing. Helps him survive twice as long, right? But it doesn't look that good. It looks, I can't believe that the aerial spec, you still need aerial spec, you need triple spec. I wonder if you could just force the you could just force the wasps here. I mean, you could go Phantom Ray with the armor, just get like level 1, 2 of them, you know, it's not a huge deal. Yeah. But in this situation, I wish I just had pure wasp, right? And just keep upgrading the wasp. So kind of hard. I still don't know exactly when to go for a mix and when to go for not a mix, but that first round where we analyzed, you know, you go for the level 1 with armor and then you go for the range. So that clearly seems to work. So I just don't know what happens the next round once his own a wasp. I guess you have to click you have to just click aerial spec. Kind of a lot of money, but I just don't know. We need more opportunities to test this. I'm gonna try one more thing here. Since we know he's gonna go into a wasp, does it ever make sense to go into a Mustang ourselves? We'll just go a Mustang. Could even make it level 2. but I can only make, yeah, I won't be able to get the upgrades here. So let's just see what happens. Is this even a play? Go for the temp range, go for maybe an attack. This is kind of working. Wait a second. This is kind of working. This is doing better than already. So this is doing a lot better. So we win this round. If we go into AA Mustang. Okay. Kind of surprised. It makes sense. I'll try that again with higher level Mustangs. I'll put them more further back. We actually do have enough money for another one. Don't know what happened before. Maybe the you don't get temporary speed or anything, but okay, let's see what happens here. This would be kind of a crazy play, but it's kind of like how we went for the armor on the Phantom Rays. We read him that he was going to go Mustang. You can read him that he's going to go a Wasp. But that's a pretty crazy read. I think you'd be accused of cheating if you actually did that, because you know he's not definitely going into Mustang every single time, or 100%. Somehow it's not looking as good now, but we could see the general idea. Maybe it's better to go our own AA Mustangs, but look, we still lost here. So was it just that the temp range? Probably he had no, he didn't even use temp range. Like, we're the ones that need the temp range, because we're the ones that don't have the range upgrade. All right, well, another possibility. We need to keep practicing this.